Oh, the board is 8 feet 10.5 inches, and the wall is 9 feet 3.5 inches. Hi everyone, I thought I'd make another video on my Digidesign D Control mixing surface that I picked up about a month ago. Did a bunch of repairs, built a desk, and kind of got things set up. I needed to adjust a few things. One of the things was the TV. I was using a Panasonic Plasma 55-inch, and it just didn't give me enough detail. So I switched it to this Samsung. It's about a 42-inch, but the detail is a lot better. It's especially for Pro Tools with wanting all that detail that you need. I also kind of moved the stuff on the bottom so I could sit into the desk instead of sitting outside. I had all this stuff underneath it. Now I can kind of tuck my chair in, which really helped. And it's on a wall mount that I can pull the monitor out and bring it closer for when I'm working with it. You know, my eyes aren't great, so those are some of the changes that I've done so far, and I'm making my way through it. You know, I'm used to, if you've seen my previous videos at all, I'm used to using PreSonus Studio One 4, and so I'm fairly new to Pro Tools, but making my way through it. So I have to learn Pro Tools plus this D Control board. So a lot of manuals, a lot of reading, but it's coming along really well. So I've had to get rid of a lot of stuff in this studio room. This is a 10-foot by 12-foot building. I built it with a friend of mine during COVID a few years ago, and made it just to be a private recording studio for myself, for my writing and playing and so forth. I'm not a professional engineer by any means. I use it mostly for demos. So why have such a gigantic D Control? Well, I got a great deal on it, first of all. Second of all, really love it. I love the, I mean, how many things you can do with it. Normally, control surfaces, you know, they're pretty good for the faders and pans and a few things, but nothing nearly as comprehensive as this board is. And I've had quite a few different boards, digital boards. Had an Akai. I had a VS2480 Roland, and my most recent was a Tascam D4800. One thing that none of these control mixers do, pretty sure PreSonus's mixers as well, you can't monitor the meters, all of the view meters, the LED meters for what's on your recording. You have to look at the screen, and you have to, you know, kind of, you know, here's a few pictures that I took. So here's a picture of the studio underneath, so I could have a place to put my feet so I can get into the desk. Here's a picture of, this is all of my rack gear that I couldn't fit. And I don't use this stuff anyway, so kind of compacting things down. And this big old pile of stuff here is all stuff that I pulled out of the studio that I just really couldn't fit. And this cabinet has basically what I want in the studio. Still working on redoing it. It's all recent that I've done all this. I only want my studio stuff, my guitars, keyboard, and just what I need to make music, make videos, and I wanted floor space was the other thing. And a 10 by 12. the most important pieces are the studio and my recliner, that my power recliner that I listen to music on, watch YouTube videos on, and it's just my private man cave, really, from the main house that's just right next door. So anyways, I thought I'd show you a few of the previous studios I've had in the past. I've had quite a few. First, here's a picture of me back in 1980. I was 20 years old. I was in a recording studio here in Colorado. The studio was in Montbello. It was called Audicom. It used to be Soundmark or Sound. Anyways, I was in a band and we made an album in this. It was a beautiful recording studio. It's been gone a very long time, and the head engineer went on to teach at a university here in Colorado, and he's since passed away, unfortunately. But the recording studio was amazing, and that was the first time I'd ever really been in a professional recording studio. 20 years old, and trying to play lead guitar in this band and doing these takes. It was a lot of fun. And here's some pictures of my previous recording studio. I try to put them in kind of chronological order. Started with a really the 4-track TAC reel-to-reel. Kind of went to the 4-track cassettes. Probably in the 1990s, I ended up getting a TAC 5B mixer with a 80-8 half-inch reel-to-reel. Ended up with, I had a, don't know what it kind of was. It was a half-inch 16-track recorder. I think it was a Fostex. And I also had, a Roland VS 2480, a really nice recorder. That was probably in the early 2000s. And then I used, actually before that I used ADAT. I still have an ADAT. You can see in that pile I have there. I still have an LX20. I started on the just the first 16-bit ADAT when they came out. I think they were like $3,000 if I remember. Back in the day, they were expensive. The favorite of mine was, of course, the DM4800. It was a really nice surface. Had the Firewire with it. Didn't work great, but so now as my recording studios have evolved, I'm now using the Digidesign work. This massive D Control with 48 channels, which works really well. Still going to get some more work done to it that I'll do myself. So, anyways, thanks for watching this video. I'll try and make another video depending on what people are curious about. But anyways, this is just kind of my second time I did a video on my Digidesign D Control Avid Icon. I'm really loving this thing. So anyways, we'll see you soon, and whenever I get to the next video. Thanks.